Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're taking a look at something really aiming to shake up the gaming world. Seriously, we're talking about Illuvium. It's this super ambitious blockchain gaming project.
That's right. I mean, picture this. You take the kind of amazing graphics and gameplay you get in those big AAA games, the ones you pour hours into,
Yeah, totally.
and you blend that with actual ownership, like
Yeah.
real ownership of your items, and the economic side of Web3. That's the goal for Illuvium. They're building basically a decentralized game studio with a whole universe of connected, top-quality games, all built on Ethereum, but using layer 2s to make it work smoothly.
Right.
So yeah, our job today is to unpack this thing, look at what makes it tick, the tech behind it, and importantly, the big challenges it's still facing.
Okay, so if you're trying to figure out what might be next for gaming, or maybe you're just curious how blockchain is being used for more than just finance stuff, stick around.
Yeah.
Let's start simple, though. What is Illuvium, really? And what's the problem they're actually trying to fix here? It sounds like a huge undertaking, mixing AAA gaming and blockchain.
Oh, it absolutely is huge. It's a massive ambition. What Illuvium's trying to do is bridge this pretty big gap we see in gaming right now. On one side, you've got most of the blockchain games out there.
Huh?
And let's be honest, a lot of them get criticized, often fairly, for, well, looking pretty basic, not playing great, and feeling more like work to earn than actual fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
the play to earn label sometimes feels more like work to earn.
exactly. Then on the other side, you've got your traditional AAA games. Amazing experiences, super polished, right?
Yeah.
But you don't own anything. All those cool items, skins, characters you grind for or buy.
Right, they're just sort of rented.
Precisely. They're licensed to you. The company can take them away, change them, or they just vanish if the game shuts down. So Illuvium's answer is this hybrid approach. They call it AAA first,
Okay.
meaning top-notch gameplay, graphics, story that comes first. But it's built with Web3 baked in. So you get true ownership of your assets as NFTs. You get a DAO that's a decentralized group making decisions, and a play-to-earn economy that's designed to actually last.
Okay, AAA first. I like that framing. But AAA is a really high standard. How are they actually planning to hit that mark? That takes serious resources and talent. What's the plan?
They're definitely tackling it like a proper game studio. They're using Unreal Engine 5 for the main games.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's like the top tier engine right now. Lets them use fancy tech like Lumen and Nanite for really impressive visuals, way beyond what you usually see in blockchain games. But it's not just one game. That's the key. They're building this whole interconnected universe of games, an interoperable blockchain game universe, or IBG.
Interoperable, meaning the games talk to each other.
Exactly. Think of it like this.
Oh.
You've got Illuvium, Overworld. That's the big open world game, exploring, finding stuff, capturing these creatures called Illuvials. Kind of like a sci-fi Pokemon, maybe.
Okay, I can picture that.
Then there's Illuvium, Arena. This is where you take those Illuvials you caught in Overworld and battle them against other players in this tactical auto-battler format.
Ah, so your progress in one game directly impacts the other.
Precisely. And then there's Illuvium, Zero. That's more of a mobile game, a city builder type thing. You own NFT land, actual plots in the game world, and you manage them to get resources.
And those resources are used.
Used in the other games.
Yeah.
For crafting, upgrades, things like that. And finally, Illuvium Beyond, which is a collectible card game with these NFT avatars called Illuvatars. The real magic, like you picked up on, is how they all connect. An Illuvial from Overworld is your fighter in Arena. Resources from Zero fuel your progress everywhere else. It makes every single NFT you own way more valuable because it has uses across the whole ecosystem. It's trying to be a real digital economy.
That interconnectedness does sound pretty powerful. So, who are they actually building this massive thing for? Is it just for crypto people, or are they trying to pull in regular gamers too? That seems like a tough balance.
It really is a tightrope walk. They're aiming for two main groups, who might even overlap a bit. First, traditional gamers. The hook for them is the high-quality look and feel, the deep gameplay, and importantly, it's free to play to get started.
Ah, low barrier to entry.
Exactly. They might jump in just because it looks like a cool game, maybe not even caring too much about the blockchain part initially.
Yeah.
Then second, you've got your crypto and DeFi crowd, people already into NFTs, staking, DAOs, play to earn. They're attracted by the ownership, the economic potential, having a say in the game's direction.
Right.
Illuvium kind of wants to be like a gateway, a crypto textbook for gamers maybe. Introduce Web3 ideas gently through fun gameplay while giving crypto natives the quality game they've been missing.
Trying to please everyone, which is always tricky. Okay, so the vision is cool, but let's talk brass tacks. How does a game this complex and good-looking run on a blockchain without being slow and costing a fortune in gas fees? That's usually where these things stumble, right?
That is the critical question.
Oh.
And yeah, it's where their tech setup comes in. It's basically a two-layer system. Think of it like this. Layer one is Ethereum itself.
The main blockchain.
Right. That's the secure base layer, decentralized, super secure. That's where the really valuable stuff lives, like the main ILV token and the core NFTs. It's like the main bank vault. Slow, maybe, but incredibly safe.
Okay.
But for the actual gameplay, the trading, all the fast stuff, they use layer two, specifically Immutable X or IMX.
Ah, I've heard of Immutable X. That's a scaling solution, isn't it?
Exactly. It uses something called ZK rollups,
Yeah.
which is a fancy way of saying they bundle up thousands of transactions off the main Ethereum chain, process them super fast, and then they just post a single small cryptographic proof back to Ethereum, like a summary receipt that mathematically guarantees all those off-chain transactions were valid.
So Ethereum doesn't have to process every single little trade, just verifies the proof from Immutable X.
You got it. It gets Ethereum's security, but with massive speed and low cost.
So what does that feel like for me, the player? What's the actual benefit day to day?
The difference is night and day, honestly. Number one, zero gas fees.
Zero. Really?
Yep. For minting your NFTs, buying, selling on their marketplace, trading, no gas. It's huge. Second, it's fast, like near instant transactions.
Yeah.
They talk about up to 9,000 transactions per second. You need that for smooth gameplay.
Definitely. Waiting ages for a transaction to confirm would kill the fun.
Totally. Plus, you still have full self-custody of your assets, so you control them. And their marketplace, the Illuvidex, runs on IMX, so trading is quick and easy. It basically removes all that clunky, expensive friction you often get with blockchain stuff.
That sounds like a massive advantage. Are there any downsides to using Immutable X or any other cool tech bits they're using?
Well, downside might be strong, but technically, layer 2s, like IMX, involve a slight degree of centralization compared to doing everything directly on Ethereum layer 1, because Immutable manages that off-chain processing part. But the security is still ultimately tied back to Ethereum via the proofs, so it's generally considered very secure for its purpose.
Okay, a trade-off for usability.
Pretty much. And yeah, they have other clever tech too. In the arena game, they use a deterministic combat engine. Meaning, if you start battle with the same Illuvials and the same moves, it will always play out exactly the same way, every time.
Ah, okay. Good for fairness and replays, I guess.
Exactly. It makes things consistent, easy to replay or spectate, and it actually reduces the load on their servers because your game client can figure out the battle result itself without constantly talking to a central server. They're also planning to use something called Immutable Passport. It's designed to make logging in and managing your wallet feel more like a normal game login. Less confusing seed phrases and pop-ups, trying to make it easier for non-crypto people to get started. And of course, they get their smart contracts audited by security firms like QuantStamp. Got to do that.
Right. Security is paramount. Okay, so the tech sounds solid. Who's actually building all this? You mentioned brothers earlier. And who's backing them financially? That's usually a good indicator.
Yeah, the founding team is quite interesting. It's three brothers, Kieran, Aaron, and Grant Warwick. Kieran's the CEO, kind of the business and marketing guy. Aaron's the game designer, the creative force behind the world and how it plays. Grant handles operations.
A family affair.
Right. And adding to that, they're cousins with Kane Warwick, who founded Synthetics, a major DeFi protocol. That connection definitely gave them a head start and some serious credibility in the crypto world early on. The team's grown a lot too, reportedly 150 to 200 people globally now. That's a serious operation.
Okay, so they have the connections and the manpower. What about the money? Building multiple AAA games isn't cheap.
No kidding. They've got some heavy hitters backing them. They've raised over $60 million from around 25 institutional investors. And we're talking big names in crypto VC framework ventures. Animoca Brands, Spartan Group, Arrington Capital.
Those are definitely top-tier names.
Yeah. And what's really interesting is they raised another $12 million just back in March 2024, raising significant money during a crypto bear market. That shows some real investor confidence in what they're building.
That does speak volumes. Now, something else I found interesting was their partnerships outside of just crypto, like with mainstream companies. That seems pretty strategic for adoption.
Oh, absolutely crucial. That's a big part of their plan to reach regular gamers. They've got a listing on the Epic Game Store.
Whoa, okay. That's huge for visibility.
Massive. Puts them right in front of millions of PC gamers. Then there's a partnership with Samsung. The potential there for promotion or even device integration is enormous.
Yeah, imagine it highlighted on new phones or TVs.
Right. They've also partnered with Team Liquid, a huge esports organization. That's not just slapping a logo on a jersey. It's about getting their input on competitive balance, getting promotion to the hardcore gaming audience. It adds legitimacy.
Makes them look serious about the competitive side.
Exactly. And they did a deal with GameStop for exclusive NFT collections. Another really smart play to reach traditional gamers right where they are, using a brand they recognize, and maybe introducing them to NFTs that way. It's all about bridging that gap.
Okay, this is sounding incredibly well thought out. Strong teams, solid tech, big backers, smart partnerships. But, nothing this big is ever easy. What are the major risks? What could actually stop Illuvium from succeeding? There must be some serious challenges.
You're absolutely right to ask that. The ambition is huge, but so are the hurdles. Number one, just pure execution risk.
Meaning, can they actually build it all?
Exactly. Making one AAA game is incredibly hard and expensive. Illuvium is making multiple interconnected ones simultaneously. They've already spent a ton, maybe close to $60 million. The community expectations are sky high. They've put out betas, which is good, but delivering the full, polished, engaging experience across the entire universe and keeping it updated, that's a monumental task. Many ambitious games fail right here.
Yeah, we've definitely seen projects promise the moon and then not deliver. What else?
Regulatory risk. This one's a big cloud hanging over a lot of crypto projects, Illuvium included. The way their token, ILV, works with that revenue distribution.
Where 100% of the game's revenue buys back the token for stakers.
Yeah. That model where holding and staking the token directly entitles you to a share of the profits generated by the games. Well, it looks a lot like an investment contract under U.S. law, specifically the Howey test the SEC uses.
So it could be classified as a security?
It's a definite risk. If regulators decide ILV is a security, that could mean forced delistings from crypto exchanges, huge legal battles, fines.
Yeah.
It could be devastating for the project, especially in key markets like the U.S. That's probably their single biggest external threat.
Oof, yeah, that's serious. What about competition?
For sure, market competition.
Yeah.
They're not alone in this high-quality blockchain game space. You've got Star Atlas, another ambitious sci-fi MMO using Unreal Engine 5. You've got Other Side from the Bored Ape Yacht Club creators. Even older games like Axie Infinity, while simpler looking, still have massive communities. Illuvium needs its unique features, the AAA focus, the interoperability, that RevDs model, to really shine and pull players away from competitors.
They need to prove they're not just hype.
Exactly. Then there are operational and financial risks. We heard about some development delays in the past. There were reports of significant staff cuts, like 40% back in 2023, along with budget adjustments. Some whispers suggest they might need more funding to hit all their major goals by early 2025. It just highlights the constant financial pressure cooker that is AAA game development. Layoffs like that also raise questions about team morale and capacity.
Yeah, that doesn't sound ideal.
And don't forget complexity for new users. Even with things like Immutable Passport, the whole ecosystem, multiple games, 2 different tokens, ILV and ILV2, staking, crafting, land mechanics, it can still be really overwhelming for someone coming from traditional gaming. Making that onboarding smooth and intuitive is critical but hard.
It does sound like a lot to learn.
And finally, token price volatility. ILV's price went on a wild ride. It hit incredible highs during the bull run, but then dropped like over 99%. While the whole market crashed, that kind of drop shakes confidence. It suggests maybe the early hype got way ahead of the actual product, and it makes it harder to attract new long-term holders when they see that price history.
Wow, okay. That's a pretty sobering list of challenges. Execution, regulation, competition, finances, complexity, volatility. It's a minefield. So given all that, where do things stand right now? What's actually playable, and what are they focusing on next?
Well, the good news is they are moving forward. The main games, Overworld, Arena, and Zero, are all in open beta.
So people can actually play them now?
Yep, anyone can jump in, test things out, give feedback. The community is pretty active. The next really big step everyone's waiting for is the full mainnet launch. That's when the game economy goes fully live, the NFTs become properly tradable on the blockchain, the stakes get real, so to speak.
That's the point of no return, almost.
Kind of, yeah. They're also working on expanding Overworld into more of an MMO light, adding more social features, making the world feel more alive and persistent. And they're continuing to decentralize the governance further with updates like Governance v3.1, giving the DAO more control. Look, they've definitely hit delays, which isn't shocking for a project this size.
Especially in gaming.
Right. But they have consistently shipped updates and shown progress. They operate on Illuvium time, maybe, but they do deliver stuff.
Okay. Well, what an incredible deep dive into Illuvium. It's definitely clear they're trying to do something groundbreaking here, really trying to fuse these two worlds of high-end gaming and Web3.
Absolutely. It's a really bold experiment. You've got this potentially amazing combination of great entertainment and genuine Web3 ownership principles. That revenue distribution model is fascinating, and the interconnected universe idea is powerful. But, as we discussed, its success really hangs in the balance. Can they execute on this massive vision? Can they navigate the regulatory maze? Can they keep the finances balanced and the community happy? It's high risk, high reward.
You know, this is a great point to quickly pause and remind our listeners of something.
That's right. If you're enjoying how we break down these complex projects into simple pieces and want more reviews just like this, make sure you subscribe to our channel, CryptoBox. We do all the complex research so you don't have to.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive. What stands out to you most about Illuvium, its ambitious vision, or the significant challenges it faces? Could this truly be the future of gaming, where fun meets true digital ownership? Or will it succumb to the immense pressures of its own ambition and the evolving regulatory landscape? Something to think about. Until next time, keep exploring.